Hello. Here are 3 tips on how to deal with social anxiety. The first tip is to find back to your body and to your mind. What I started doing when I was 21, 2.5 years ago, I started meditating and doing body scans. So it's when you put your awareness on different parts of your body, and you basically go through your body in a matter of minutes, and you try to feel each part of your body. It just instantly relaxes you and instantly um, lowers or decreases the amount of thoughts that you have in your mind, and so you're not completely overwhelmed by your thoughts anymore. You kind of can take an observer mode and just watch your thoughts. What you can do also, what I found super beneficial for me, was to do exercise, to go for runs. I think there's like not a moment where I feel as good as after a run. I just feel almost, as good as after a meditation. So I don't know why that is, but my body after a jogging is just completely relaxed, completely cool, and that's actually the moment where I can meditate best because my mind is already quiet, or a lot quieter than it usually is. And so the basic principle for all of this is to break the circle of like thoughts which trigger emotions, which these emotions will trigger thoughts again, and this is like kind of a loop that we go through. And once you're caught in such a loop, and you have negative thoughts triggering negative emotions, and the negative emotions bring you just in a state of being that actually make your mind connect to negative thoughts. So it's just a fucking loop. And when you're in it, it's really actually very hard to think your way out of it, and to break out of that loop. And the only thing that I know to break out of a loop like that is meditation, or is doing something physical and being in your body, being in the present moment. So the idea is to break out of that loop by being more present and by becoming more aware of these thoughts and of your body, and you will feel instantly a lot more calm. The second tip I have is to change your lifestyle, to change your diet. There's not a lot of people who notice, but our diets are terrible, and maybe people know that, but I think that what they don't know is the impact that an upgrade of our diets can have on how we feel and who we are and what kind of life we live. So there's an awesome book, that's the Ultramind Solution by Mark Hyman, and he explains the link between diet and illnesses like Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease, and even autism. And with different studies and all, he explains how actually all those all those diseases are or have a root in our shitty diets, in the dairy, the awful dairy or gluten that we eat. And this is just crazy. I mean, when I read that, I already knew about it, but I was like, shit, it's crazy like what impact our diet has on us. And this is something you can play around with, try to see like what impact it has on you. I think it depends also on people, what kind of impact you will see through a change of your diet. I stopped eating gluten and dairy, and this had the biggest impact on my well-being. I just felt could digest things better. I was less stressed. I was better in my body. My mind was also quieter, I felt, when I stopped to eat this. Well, I also went vegan, and I heard stories about people going vegan who had like a super increase in mental efficiency and in physical efficiency and all. And I didn't have that at all. So I think it really depends on each person how a diet can influence you. It depends, but it's definitely something that you can look on and see what impact it has. So great book. And the last tip that I have, third one, would be to it's also to break that loop of like negative thoughts and emotions that never stops. It is to actually express what you're feeling inside. So you can either do it, we all know it, by talking to a friend and you just talk about your problems, and even if you still have no solution or nothing has changed, you just feel better by having talked about it. And if you have no one to talk your problem with, yes, if you have no one to talk to, oh man, how do you say that? Yeah, if you have no one to do this, what you can do is either write about your problems and about your thoughts and feelings. You can do introspection and just write everything that appears in your mind, and until you have nothing more to write. Or what I do is I actually record a video and I talk to my phone as if it was a person, or as if it was an audience. I express how I feel, what I think, why I feel frustrated. And sometimes I do this for 30 minutes straight, and after that I don't even watch the video, I delete it. And I feel really better when I do that. I think that there has to be an outgoing like energy flow, and not just ingoing energy flow, if we want to feel good. I think that's why also creative activities and creation in general, doing things, is actually good, because you stop taking everything in, you kind of let it out. And and you should also know that this is like, dealing with social anxiety is something that is gradual, and that it is not, I don't remember if I said this in the last video, but I don't think it is like a bug or something that shouldn't happen, that we should get out of the quickest possible. It's really not pleasant at all, but I think that it is actually something that is relevant if you're going through it. And either way, you don't have any choice, you have to go through it. So I think it's better to see it as a challenge, and really as something that will make you feel stronger, even if it's really unpleasant. And this perspective can help you also. That's it. Bye.